Okay, it started out, I graduated from high school and I went to talk to the Navy because I had an uncle in the Navy retired, and later my brother went in, but I went and talked to him and I decided I was going to do that. But when I went up there and told him I decided I would think I'd be happy in the Navy, and the recruiter, who was pretty close to retirement, he just kind of pushed back on the desk and he looked at me and he said, "Son, I don't want you in my Navy." He says, "I'm afraid you'll go AWOL." He says, "You need to be in the Marine Corps or the Army." Well, at that time, the Marine Corps and the Navy was the same office space. And so all I did was do a 180, and I said, "What do you have?" And he said, 4 years. I said, "I do." Went home, told my folks, and I thought they were going to pass out. Right after high school, very short time, they put us on a bus. We went and had a physical in a town of Manchester, which is north of me from where I was raised. And got back, and then he gave us the date to show up at his office because they put us on a bus. And then we went down to all the ones that were going in the Corps was there at that one stop, so it wasn't a bus mixed with different branches of service. And because I already had the physical and all that in Manchester, I got down to Paris Island. It was in the dark, and they started barking at us immediately. And we had to go in, and we got our heads shaved, physical, and then they put us into clothing where they gave us our uniforms and went back to the barracks. And at that point, I didn't know, how it was going to go, because they don't really tell you all the little details. But anyways, after boot camp on Paris Island, they sent me to motor transit training, and I was trained on the deuce and a half, 5-ton dumps, the Jeeps, and a few other vehicles. And I forget how many weeks, but then I went directly overseas. No stateside duty yet. And I got over there, I got in the motor transit company, and I was driving deuce and a half. After doing that for about 2 months, 2.5, something like that, they had me driving approximately 30 miles through open space as well as some little villages with a light that doesn't shine but 15 feet out in front of you, and hauling food from the Navy Yard back up to Red Beach where I was initially stationed. After that, I'm going, gee whiz, this is bull. I got no ammo for the gun. Went back to the barracks or the strong quartet hut, and I told the one that was running that particular bunk area, I said, "I want to transfer." He said, "Where do you think you're going?" He said, "Brand new unit. We're getting people in, not getting rid of you. But go ahead." And that was his mistake. So I went down, filled the paperwork out, and I told him, I said, "What makes more sense? So many weeks of your hot motor transit, or better than 2 years of competition shooting back where I was raised." And I came out a master in rifle, and I missed master in pistol by about a half a point.